Afternoon.
Pitching, a good lineup.
Tucker would be a Blue Jay. High AAV.
Tucker in the outfield.
That is a couple of times. Tucker not going. And that got way out of here. Max Muncy.
Way with Washington Nationals pitching over
Percentage. They are sidelining Betts. And he fouls it back. 3-2. Got it. Fast.
Need to get back to playing their game of baseball.
Foul back. A little bit of extra rest. Full count. And that's hot
For the catcher.
He's been effective when he's been in there. Springer's 2-2 on Schneider.
And it looked like that one got in on Schneider.
Is in 9 games. And in time as Guerrero hit it, but instead it's out number 2.
Offensively had a tough weekend in Chicago.
Down and in. Kirk were healthy. That's hot. Now 2, 3-1. And it's won by Kim at the back and for the Dodgers. And ball. There's.
We'll see. Keep watching.
Good. This is pop back.
In the ball as much.
2-2. Out. Much better angle for the second baseman. Some injuries. On a time at second base. Freeman, and maybe this was just a hey. I tell you what, a week center field. Back goes Varsho. Them this year. Oakland media in the first base dugout before the game as well. And then he went on.
World Series didn't end in the Blue Jays.
And the dugout's empty.
The stakes aren't as high. It's not October.
Josh Fleming is now up on the board. Well, we don't know what it is for the second guy has the catch, and it's he was with Omaha to Chicago here right now.
81 change, cutter, and curve.
Look from a couple of angles at almost. And the 1-1. This is.
Tucker does his job by getting the runner.
2/3 yesterday. Vote. Freeman lifts one. Fouled back. Outside. What's going on with these Blue Jays right now? They're passing along.
Challenges. It's not a given.
And obviously, step. Hits it. Freeland to third.
Nice season.
Out by Guerrero. What a play. Underway. Bottom. Junior into Kazuma Okamoto.
I'm up and jammed him a bit.
Blue Jays won, bottom 3. One form or another here. Very will throw. Sorely tested right now as Guerrero's a double play, and that
thing out of him today. I'm thinking your runs.
Obviously, it is still early. Him who squares to bunt and there's again.
Him, but it just seems like an awful lot of breaking. And
ball 1. Just by Kim. Check swing. And Full count. Ball 4. Once they got to Washington, 31 run. The fringes of the major leagues. 2-2. Third base and the utility goal.
A player in the big leagues. Success. I'm sure he's adjusted.
Suffering discomfort in both a foot first and then had that big lung play affiliate. The decision is made in a day or two.
It's pretty well full season in the big leagues and the Saints.
It may have been in the glove of Freeman. In the bottom of the fourth, it is still 5-1.
This is ideal if he can continue to go a game in the 6th and 7th inning.
And not the case when it happens on the road.
It's as though what can
on Dalton rushing, allowing Miles Straw to read.
Two outs right there. I'm sure Ernie.
Outside. Somebody fresh next inning. Again, the 1-2 pitch. Who makes the catch, and
he said absolutely, just in case he gets still a lot going on there in terms of location.
Fifth.
Nice job by the left-hander. It might be the only. That's the Los Angeles Dodgers so it's been talked about, but now you're a good idea.
The other aspect of this, as we have talked about so far, this is their 10th game. Done much with runners in scoring position. A game stretch in the middle of July. It's not as
weren't scoring a ton of runs, and they kind of went
the third. 2-0. By Freeland, got some help from Freddie. Shohei Ohtani. Dodgers would have a pretty good idea. The Dodgers. As I'm okay. The velocity something after the game. A little 2-2 on.
He's taken to the baseball. Did his hand downward.
For the Dodgers
throughout the postseason,
them a rest when they need a rest,
and getting ready for October.
One. Just no effect.
Yeah.
We're now
and the Dodgers to save the bullpen. I guess they're winning some baseball.
Yeah. To know that is a souvenir. The lead runner is going.
Tommy Nance not paying a whole lot of attention.
Make it 9-1. Alex Freeland. Has taken a lot of the starch out of the
start. Not good, but it wasn't a big deal.
Runner goes from second. Kazuma Okamoto leads it. Obviously, both teams were. There was talk, and now I know Andy Pages,
whatever the case may be, in taking him out of the game, they're also thinking about themselves. You could be selfish. Dalton
wouldn't have come up again for 2 or 3. Fast. Early scouting report between the two. Freeland makes his. Transfer gets Kim with his speed, but now Ohtani.
He can leave at any part of the ball.
Played in Houston. So maybe he's got it. And
that's the issue.
At the moment, as Nance dropped
out here, we need to find a way to get a couple of outs.
Call is 2. Off the goes out a long way to make the catch. All former Blue Jay. Times to enhance
For Espinal.
But the Dodgers continue to play great. He did not start. He has not. Strike. Swinging
From him tonight, at least 1 inning, 8.
Don't even know if he would have been physically. His starting catcher, Will Smith. Here's Otani.
To honor that part of the plate.
And that. Lifts. Very well done by Vladdy, and that is. But he is not pleased as he makes his way. Swinging him. He does. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Already this year that Heineman strikes. Now back to the E-fifth. May have a flu bug going around the club.
To do with this illness that.
Open it up a little bit more. Ground ball to short. At first, Rojas. So Dave Roberts agreed to go into the front office. Straw.
Rojas, 37 years.
That hit him. Only do it up by. Yamamoto tomorrow comes in to score to make it 14-2. And you're facing a position player. The Dodgers come in here in the first.